Well, good morning everyone. It might be a beautiful day today, August 13th, 2025, but I've got something on my mind, and it's not the summer heat, it's the chill in the air that's still a few months away. I'm talking about winter, folks. And for all you New Yorkers out there, from Buffalo to Montauk, I have a feeling this coming winter of 2025 to 2026 is going to be one for the books. Are you ready for some serious snow? Because the weather patterns we're seeing are pointing towards a season that could bring back those classic snow-filled winters we all remember. The signs are forming right now, thousands of miles away, that will shape our weather here in the Empire State. It's like a giant puzzle, and we're starting to see the pieces fit together. This year, the big piece is a weather phenomenon called La Niña. And when La Niña comes to town, it often brings a whole lot of cold air and precipitation with it. Alright, let's talk about the star of our winter show this year, La Niña. Think of the Pacific Ocean as a giant engine for the world's weather. Normally, strong winds, called the trade winds, blow from east to west, pushing the warm surface water of the ocean towards Asia. This allows cooler water from deep in the ocean to rise up to the surface near South America. It's a natural and balanced system that keeps things humming along smoothly. Now, during a La Niña event, those trade winds get even stronger. They blow harder than usual, pushing even more warm water to the western Pacific. So you end up with a large area of the central and eastern Pacific Ocean that is significantly cooler than normal. That's the signature of La Niña, which in Spanish means the little girl. This big patch of cool water might be thousands of miles away, but it has a massive impact on the atmosphere above it. This cooling of the ocean's surface changes the air pressure and moisture patterns in the atmosphere. This change creates a chain reaction, a domino effect that alters the path of the jet stream high above the Earth. The jet stream, that river of fast-moving air, gets pushed and pulled into a new configuration. For North America, this often means a more wavy or amplified jet stream pattern. This new path is what allows that cold Arctic air to plunge southward into the United States. And that's the connection. A patch of cool water in the distant Pacific Ocean strengthens the trade winds, which rearranges the atmospheric patterns, which then steers the jet stream in a new direction. Now let's bring our weather story a little closer to home. While La Niña sets the stage for a cold and stormy winter, there's another major player for many parts of New York, the Great Lakes. And here's the interesting part for this upcoming winter: the lakes are currently warmer than average. A warm summer and early fall have heated them up, and that stored heat could become the fuel for some incredible snowfalls later this year. Here's how it works. Imagine a cold blast of Arctic air, the kind La Niña loves to send our way, moving down from Canada. As this very cold, dry air passes over the relatively warm, moist waters of Lake Erie or Lake Ontario, it picks up two key ingredients: heat and moisture. The water evaporates into the cold air, loading it up like a sponge. The air becomes warmer and more humid than the surrounding air, causing it to rise. As this moisture-laden air continues to move inland and over the land, it rises even more, cools down, and then, bam! It dumps all that moisture as heavy snow. The result isn't a widespread storm that affects the whole state. Instead, lake-effect snow creates very intense, localized bands of snow. It's entirely possible for a town like Oswego or Watertown to get buried under 2 feet of snow, while just 20 or 30 miles away, a town like Utica might only see a few flurries or even sunshine. A west-northwest wind off Lake Ontario, for example, is notorious for hammering the Tug Hill Plateau. This year, the combination of a strong La Niña pattern and warm lake waters could be a potent mix. Let's zoom in on a few of our perennial snowfall contenders. First up, Syracuse. What can you say about Syracuse? It's the undisputed king of snow among major U.S. cities. Last winter, 2024 to 2025, was no exception. The city officially recorded 132.5 inches of snow. Think about that for a moment. That's 11 feet of snow. This is largely thanks to its perfect location to receive moisture from both Lake Ontario to its northwest, and, on occasion, the smaller Finger Lakes. The city is a magnet for lake-effect snow. Now let's head west to Rochester. Sitting on the southern shore of Lake Ontario, Rochester also gets its fair share of the white stuff. Last season it came in with a very respectable total of 101.8 inches. While not quite reaching Syracuse's total, that's still over 8 feet of snow. Rochester's snow often comes from long fetch events where the wind blows across the entire length of Lake Ontario, picking up a tremendous amount of moisture before dumping it on the city. Then we have Binghamton, nestled in the southern tier. It's a bit of a different story here. Binghamton isn't in a primary lake-effect snowbelt like Syracuse or Rochester. Last winter, Binghamton recorded a solid 89.2 inches of snow, proving you don't need to be right next to a Great Lake to have a seriously snowy winter. With a strong La Niña pattern in place, it's reasonable to predict that all three of these cities could see totals 20 to 30% higher than last year, or even more. So, after hearing all this, I have to ask, what team are you on? Are you on Team Snow Day? Are you the kind of person who gets excited at the first forecast of a major storm? Do you love the quiet beauty of a world covered in a fresh blanket of white? Maybe you're an avid skier, snowboarder, or snowmobiler and the thought of deep powder brings a huge smile to your face. Or maybe you're firmly on Team Sunshine. Do you dread the thought of shorter days, freezing temperatures, and endless shoveling? For you, this forecast might be sending a little shiver down your spine. And that brings us to the most important part of our conversation today: getting ready. With a potentially harsh winter on the horizon, starting your preparations now is one of the smartest things you can do. Think about your supplies. Do you have sturdy snow shovels? Is your snowblower tuned up and ready to go? Do you have a supply of ice melt or sand for your walkways? Winter driving in New York can be treacherous, especially during a lake-effect snowstorm. Now is the perfect time to check your tires and consider investing in a good set of snow tires. Finally, the most important thing is to stay informed. Weather is constantly changing and this long-range forecast is our best look right now, but we'll be fine-tuning it as we get closer to winter. Pay attention to your local weather forecasts every day. Sign up for weather alerts on your phone. When a storm is coming, listen to the advice of local officials. Being prepared and staying aware is the best way to handle whatever this exciting and potentially snow-filled winter throws our way. And that's what's going on around the country. Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods.